And in reality, what that is probably from, let me just give you a little bit of a history lesson here. When we had, I'll go back about 3 years. Let me go back a little bit further. I'm going to go 3 years ago. We had this. We had a market that looked like it could have no end. And so, what happens when things are going up? People out there who would otherwise not get into the market are starting to see this and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this looks like easy money. I'm having FOMO. I want to keep up with the guy down the street." And so they start piling in and creating this self-fulfilling prophecy of buying, and then they get to a certain level and you've got all these people who probably shouldn't be investing in the markets. They have no experience, no education, they haven't taken my course or been part of my program. And they're jumping in with money into the markets. And then all of a sudden, we get this. And they're left over here going, "Oh my God, what did I get myself into? How am I going to face my family? How am I going to keep this deep, dark secret for 18 months?" That's what you can imagine is happening to these guys who like took a big portion of their family's investment portfolio and thought that the market would continue higher. So what do you think now that the market has finally, after all this time of sideways chop, started to approach that level? They're going to say, "Now's my opportunity to get that money back scot free. I've been like being afraid to face my significant other for the last 18 months because I didn't want to tell them that I lost the family fortune." They're going to be able to get that back by selling what they bought over here. So there's a heck ton of sell orders waiting to go. And so as price approaches this level, we're going to see some selling, which of course makes price come back down. So if we ever want to get above this level, we have to have a strong amount of momentum that can, in other words, a strong amount of interest in buying to outweigh all the selling and finally get those folks who shouldn't have been in the market anyway cashed out, and more, just a little bit more buying than that in order to get above that level of resistance. And so that's my history lesson of what happened and why 4600 has so much resistance.